Alrighty, gang. This is the 100th anniversary, 100 subscriber video plus a Christmas video too. So, if you remember, I've been doing the Ultimate Guide to Marvel Puzzle Quest, and why not round out the Ultimate Guide with a little PvP and how PvP works, or to make PvP a little less stressful. Now, main thing in PvP that you want to do is you want to click on the highest shield clearance level as far as rewards. As you've seen, at something like level 5, you get a handful of command points, a bunch of shards here and there, but no, oh my goodness, Spider-Ham Peter Porker tokens or shards or covers. But as you get into higher and higher shield clearance levels, you see the levels of the rewards get a little bit better, in terms of shards and whatnot, and Red ISO 8, and the amount of shards that you get, the amount of CP that you get. So instead of in PvE how you would normally try and pick a level that's most comfortable for you, here in PvP, pick the level that's the most, that's the highest. And then here you have your alliance rewards too. And then, each event obviously is going to have its boosted list and, the characters that you can use and whatnot. Alright, so once you pick your shield clearance level, the most important thing is going to be the event ending time. Alright, well, not necessarily the ending time, but what time you're going to pick. Alright, I typically pick this time here because it's the easiest for you to get to 1200 points or 1200 score, and you're able to get rewards a little bit more efficiently. Placement rewards is going to be kind of hit or miss, because the higher scores are hitting, at least double the amount of the 1200. So you might have folks in 3600 points, some might be 2400, whatever the case might be. Another one that I used to go into is time 3. Time 3 is great if you're worried about placement, but it's going to be a little bit harder to get to the 1200 score. Where 1200 is going to be a lot easier to hit in the first time, simply because that's where mostly everybody's playing, and plus 2, there aren't as many players who are looking to actively drop scores down, like in the 5th one. The 5th one, that I wouldn't mess with that there. Time 2, I really wouldn't mess with either, because it has some, from what I understand, it has some things that are similar to level 5, where people are trying to actively bring the score down. And then 4, again, if you use outside communication, there are folks who can help you maneuver through number 4. But again, for me, I go with number 1, because again, I'm not really using outside communication. I'm able to play this here at my own time, and I'm not really beholden to anything that the game has me to go as far as time wise. Alright, so here you can tell I got a very fresh bracket because I'm player 21. This is the time, that's your score, and then I gotta show you the placement rewards for each event. So it's the shield clearance 10, you get some number of shards for whoever the featured or the next 5-star character they have in rotation is, plus the 4-star reward, and then what would presumably be the featured 3-star. And then of course your ISO 8, your hero points, and then your red ISO 8. Alright, now how are we gonna do this here? So we got our featured characters that's in the middle, and then typically what I like to do is I like to bring in a character or characters that I can, easily deal with someone, but I don't have to worry about using my best team. Because if you use your best team, you're gonna be using them for the duration of the PvP. So here, again, I'm gonna use Mr. Sinister, and I'm gonna use a slightly boosted 4-star character like, well, I could use Scorpion. Scorpion could work because I don't have to worry too much about other things. And then of course, you want to throw in your boost if necessary. And always try and keep yourself a Deadpool Whales just in case things happen to go sideways. That's always your escape plan. Alright. So against Scarlet Witch, the main thing you want to do, you want to get rid of Wanda first. You want to try and limit as many cascades as you possibly can. That's the thing. You want to limit as many cascades as you possibly can. And the reason why is because of her repeater tile. And if you can easily match away her repeater tile, or have the computer match away the repeater tile, that's always a benefit for you. See, that time I didn't want Spider-Ham to get in front, let the cascade or let the matches go normally. Again, that cascade there we couldn't avoid. We're gonna take a little bit of damage behind it, but again, all we're trying to do, we're trying to make sure we make little small matches so that Wanda doesn't go insane. And then when we get her to a low enough level, we will be able to down her. Now granted, we got Mr. Sinister here, he's highly boosted than, Scarlet Witch and Jessica, so, that's a good choice. Alright, let's see here, I'm gonna do Acid Spray first, twice, because again, we can easily match away the repeater tile, so we're not worried too much about any retaliatory damage. And boom. Here, get rid of Jessica, and now we don't have to worry about any repeater tile nonsense. We can match and play the board accordingly, or I should say we don't have to worry too much about any crazy cascades going out of hand. Mr. Sinister doesn't care whether or not he's stunned as long as those trap tiles are on the board. Boom. Well, again, as you see, there's ways to deal with certain characters. Now here, this is a boosted 5, well, 2 boosted 5. So I would obviously bring in Mr. Sinister, and I would keep, you know, somebody lesser equipped, or I'll bring in who I'm going to bring in very shortly in that note there. Since I got Mr. Sinister boosted, that's perfectly fine. But you know, if you want to break out someone like a Shang-Chi, or where's our good friend Valkyrie at? Oh my goodness, where are you, Valkyrie? Don't tell me I just passed her. I think I did. Oh goodness. No, not save teams. Go in reverse. There we go, 357. I knew I passed her. I was like, yep, I did pass her. Alright. And then the main thing here is that you just use your bounty hunter to target any of the opponents that's here. Again, the best defense is going to kick in. Target Spider-Ham again. Or actually, before I even do that, let's get Vital Balance in. Get those. Move these. Alright. Now this will probably need to be a match. Actually, no, let's do this. Alright, we'll go this way, and I'm gonna set a vital balance up again. Well, I was. I can still set it up. Okay. You know who we're talking to, Doc Ock. Like, even though, you know, the Doc Ock and Iron Man are boosted, we still have ways to... Well, I'm gonna do that there. You know, I was thinking about setting up the match 5, or match 4 I should say. Alright, there we go. Now we can set it up. Like I said, and even though the opponent has boosted 5s, someone like Shang-Chi, he can easily take out some of these guys and gals pretty effectively. Like I said, that's just with a champion Shang-Chi and with a Valkyrie. Like I said, it shows you with a boosted character, and then I'll show it with Shang-Chi and Valkyrie again. You know, or I can go. Well, actually, Beta Ray build would actually be a terrible option because what's name can't get stunned. Silver Surfer. So I wouldn't go with Beta Ray build and Polaris, though you certainly could use Beta Ray build and Polaris. I think I'll probably use them in the next fight. Remember, see who your bounty hunter is that you gotta target. Target them first. Make sure that you're actively matching your red and your purple. Vital Balance, Silver Surfer. Alright, get those two there down. And then we'll make the red match here with Deadly Hands. get more vital balance in. Again, not really worried about Mr. Sinister going off, because his buddy's going to be gone in a turn or two. Now I'm going to have to be extra careful with Mr. Sinister. And now we're going to have our combo points reset, which this is going to stink just a little bit. Alright, back to Mr. Sinister. I guess green isn't. I guess green's our only choice. Valkyrie, I think you're gonna have to take this one here, homegirl. More hold. Alright, Spider-Ham. Yep, I knew that was gonna down. It was worth a shot, though. Always, always, always worth a shot. I really wish I had blue right about now. But again, you know, hey, I don't mind losing in PvP. I really don't, because again, at this point in time, you know, I don't lose any points because I'm low enough. So I do need to explain about that there, the points. So you see, each player has a rating score, so 62 points. So the main thing you want to do is you want to shoot for anybody that has higher than 38 or 39 points. The reason why is because whenever they retaliate against you, you're not going to lose as many points. But if you have somebody, you know, with a low score and you happen to lose, you're going to lose a lot of points. Alright, so that's one thing to keep in mind. You always want to try and find folks that's got low scores. Low enough scores, and then always use that skip button if they're lower than 39. Like here, that'll be a good fight. This is a good fight. You know, this is a good fight. I think we do this fight here. I'll break out the Loner Spider-Ham, and I'll break out Battery Bill and Polaris, and I think I'm gonna call it quits in this video here. Now again, the main thing with Battery Bill and Polaris, you're always looking to match projectiles. Once you get those projectiles matched up, you know, you'll be able to either stun people or, you know, do effective damage. And here we're using a stun Doc Ock, so no more max force for him for the time being. Alright, I'm gonna drop Clash the Worthy so I can get more projectiles out on the board. Polaris can take this hit here, because again, all we're looking to do is put more projectiles on the board. Now, a character that I think that would counter Spider-Ham pretty effectively would be someone like Archangel. Archangel would probably be your best option against a Spider-Ham. The reason why I say that, anytime he activates his blue ability to go airborne, well, what better way than to snatch him out of the air? All right, let's get rid of that. Fire off Scuttlebutt. Clash the Worthy. Clash the Worthy again. Even when it sets up Iron Man with a match 5, so he's just feeding us nothing but projectiles, feeding us nothing but blue. So, as you see, Iron Man's now stunned. Fire off Scuttlebutt, make a match. Be able to fire off Scuttlebutt again, and that's getting them out of the way pretty quickly. Now, you're probably wondering, well, how would you approach this here if you were in 4-star land? All right, I'm glad you asked. So I'm not gonna hop into this fight. I'm just gonna show you how I would approach it in 4-star land. So how I would approach it in 4-star land, I would look and see who's boosted. So this boosted list has Jim Hammond, Human Torch. So if you know about how his powers work, anytime we activate or fire off a power, I should say an ally activates or fires off a power, he creates strike tiles. Okay. We know a handful of characters do like to use strike tiles. So, you could use Polaris, to get some more strike tiles out. And say the ones that are matched away, and then of course her blue, that'll give you more strike tiles. If not her, then definitely Medusa. Medusa would be a good option too, to parlay the strike tiles. And then of course it's either make fortified repeater tiles as well. With Scorpion would be another good option, but again, he's more reliant upon the enemy firing off a power. And if you're facing off against a team that doesn't fire off any powers, Scorpion's kind of dead. North Star, he could be a wild card, but it's really based on the number of blues, blacks, and yellows that's on the board. He can send people airborne, definitely, and he can heal teammates if you need to. But I doubt you would really see him in PvP. Well, in this particular event. You could do, of course, Polaris and Rocket and Groot. You could do the both of them. Start matching strike tiles. And wreak havoc of the enemy team. But again, you got, if you roll with them too much, you might see people who will break out either Mantis or Sabretooth or whatever the case might be. Oh, I didn't realize Ant-Man was boosted. Ant-Man might actually be a good solution too. Him and Jim Hammond, that might be a good option. But for the most part, what I'm gonna do is I would probably do Shang-Chi and Valkyrie for the time being, and then when I get ready to put some time in fully, Mr. Sinister and probably Dr. Octopus, since they're my highest 2 boosted 5 stars. So again, that's that. Then also too, when you get a high enough score, so what you want to do is don't worry about being retaliated on. So just go ahead, play your game normally. You know, use your health packs when you need to. When you get done with your health packs, you know, all 10 of them or however many that you have, then do, you know, something else, fall back, and then when you hop back on the game, whenever that might be, then you go back and you look at your retaliations and you're like, okay, well, this person here retaliated with this particular team here. I need to, you know, adjust accordingly, and don't, you know, don't worry about if you lose retaliations. It's okay. But once you get to a high enough point with, you know, not that much time remaining in PvP, this is when you want to start using your shields. So right now, wouldn't dare think about using my shields right now. But once I get up to the 1,000, 1,100, somewhere along in there, where I want to make sure I get to the 1,200, then I'll start using my shields then. But right now, wouldn't even think about using the shields. But you have your 3-hour shield, 8-hour shield, and then you have your day shield. So the 3-hour shield is exactly what it says. It shields for 3 hours, but you have an 8-hour cooldown time. So that means if you use this shield here for 3 hours, you got to be mindful. Okay, in 3 hours time, you know, my shield's gonna break, and then you're able to be seen by other people in PvP. And with the 8-hour cooldown time, you can't just spam 3-hour shields. Same with 8-hour shields. You can't. It's like once every 8 hours, you know, you'll be able to use that shield, and then the 24-hour shield, you know, shields you for a day. You know, it preserves your score. You can use it every 8 hours, but only use these here, your 24-hour shield, when you are absolutely done with PvP. All right. Other things that you want to do once you're shielded, you always want to go up to your player rank, and you want to scroll. So you want to hit the player rank. You want to scroll to make sure that your not only your person is shielded, but this here preserves your score, so that you won't be seen anymore in PvP. Now, granted, whenever you're shielded, yeah, the people that you retaliate against will be able to see you, because again, you retaliated against them or you attacked them, but nobody else will be able to see you on the leaderboard. Like, you'll be invisible, so to speak. All right. Um, I think one thing that I will do a video from 0 to 1,000 in PvP. I think I'll do one of those there, probably sometime in January, early January. If if I get enough likes in this video, I'll do that there. I'll do it from zero to 1,000, or to 1,100, wherever I need the shield at, and then show you the immediate aftermath of from wherever I stopped at to get to my 1,200, and show you really how easy it is. And so again, that's gonna end this video here. Got 9 days left until the season's over with. So if you haven't already done your shield stuff or whatnot, Christmas Eve, you can easily knock out 2,000 on Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Have a happy holidays, and we'll see you tomorrow on Christmas Day with the 6th day of Marvel.